Hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to Monday stream. Today we are going to be making a flea from Silksong, which I had been planning to do for quite a while, but like got very covered in commissions. Hello, Delittles, welcome in. And yeah, like I had really wanted to make one because they're so cute. They're all like bouncy and they act like little dogs. And a felting friend of mine actually made one already, which like doesn't mean I can't do it, but I just want to show off theirs because I think it's cool. The potential of felted fleas. Yeah, this is one that a friend of mine did that has like they did sort of a thing with the wool to curl it, and it's very, very, very good. And mine's gonna be like a little different, because I don't want to copy their homework. There's one more view of it. The only thing that I am gonna copy their homework on is making that little mouth, that little cat mouth, have that little pursed, you know, little going outwards of that, because like that's very, very cute. But yeah, you could do it with boucle yarn, you could do it with curly wefts, you can do a number of things. What they did was take normal merino wool tops, and they wrapped it around like chopsticks, and then like dip them in like hot water and then let them set, and that made them curly, which you can do. It's just like, if I'm going to be selling it, I need to not do that because that's too much work. I'm not sure how much these will sell for, but like I could also buy, you can get curly wool, but like there's a kind of way that I've found to do it, where you just sort of like keep it a little bit loose and just kind of felt it in places, and it looks like it's more poofy. And I've made that for like poodles and stuff that I've made before. So I'm gonna use this alpaca wool that I have that's like very soft, and then also sort of mix in some of this merino wool that is like kind of a strange color, but I think it would work well for this. And then I have this like very light sort of tan color that I'm going to use for the ears. Got some black for the feet. And then I didn't really have a good like dark purple for the mouth, but I do have a sparkly dark purple. And that kind of makes me feel like it's, you know, like the void of their mouth that goes into space. So that will be the only part that's sparkly. But yeah, I think what we're gonna do is start off with kind of like a pear shape for the body. And then what I'll do is sort of felt the top part that's not going to have as much like loose fur on it, and then like add more fur as it goes down lower. Oh, but before I do that, I will add on the arms and legs of the ears, which will be posable. They'll just be similar to how I do Mallow's arms, where it's like one thing pushed all the way through and then sort of bent on the ends and glued a little bit so that it stays. And then that means that you can bend them more easily. We'll just have to see how long this takes. I don't think it'll take very long. So I could maybe price it somewhat cheaper than other things. But it won't be like $20 or anything. Probably the lowest it could go is like $40, because it still will take like probably at least 2 hours to make. I don't know if it will take the whole stream. And if it doesn't take the whole stream, then I might just have a short stream. I have a kind of a busy day. But I currently don't have any commissions, so I can sort of work on whatever I want. Figure out what I want to do for Wednesday. I know I've had people say that they would want Sherma, the little... Yeah, shout out to the Leatherfinger Protectors, my savior in everything, because holy shit, there's no way I could do what I do without them, and people who don't use them stress me out! Yeah, no, I'll have some rest later. I was doing some driving earlier today and like had to go right into doing this, so. So that's like the head. We could maybe go down to 30. What? Maybe I can price it the way I do for the car. I do these rear view mirror hangers. I believe those are like $30-something. I can probably do that. It could be fun to also make this a car hanger, but considering that I have a Hornet figure, you'd probably want to put the flea next to it. I'll probably just make it a regular figure, just make it cheaper. But yeah, Sherma, who's the little bug that like hits like the bell and sells stuff to you. I believe that's what they do. I do in fact have a source for handmade bells. It wouldn't look the same, but my I know somebody whose daughter makes bells, and I've gotten a couple of them before. And I'm like, if I get like 10 of those, see how expensive they would be. Then make a Sherma, and it has a cool little bell that's like small that you can ring. Wonder if that would be possible. What I might do, since I have one or two, I can just like make one and gauge the interest on that. Like, even though it doesn't look like their bell, it is a real cool handmade bell. Jade, yeah, welcome in. Doing all right? You as well. It's a really fun idea. Yeah, thank you. You're making something that has a lot of sort of volume like this. Yeah, I haven't actually played Silksong because it's not really my type of game. I don't really play Metroidvanias very much, but I do think it's very, very cute. And I've made a couple Hornets, the main character. So the little fleas seemed like a shoo-in for something that I should do. Yeah, when you're making something that is like a bigger ball or whatever like this, you have to start small and build up. So I'm gonna sort of make it a bit more capsule shaped, and then it will get wider at the base and look more pear shaped. I hope you had a good stream. Yeah, I just started. Yeah, that seems to be the sort of, the opinion on Silksong is that, like, it is very, very good, but parts of it have, like, unfun levels of difficulty. And, like, a game can be hard, but some parts of Silksong seem to be, like, more frustrating than, like, fun hard. But, you know, that's the game that Team Cherry wanted to make, and they made it, so... We'll sort of have to see once the dust settles a bit more how people end up feeling on it. Yeah, I'm sorry that happened. Finished the whole thing, but it took more than 100 hours, and sometimes it feels like luck whether or not I succeeded. Yeah. And it's like part of a hard boss is running back to it, and I think some of like doing the run backs was really frustrating for some people. Shape. I'm doing okay. Like, not a lot to say. Not be, like, super duper talkative. Yeah, Ash is doing good. Because we, doing a bunch of driving today, he may be sleeping for a while. Sure if he'll come in here. Yeah, no, thank you for checking on me. I'm gonna try to make this relatively solid. I do want you to be able to squeeze these guys, but like, you know, gently. I did want one of the product photos to be me just like full hand squeezing it. And then with a disclaimer of like, these are handmade, be careful. The Sybil video has been doing well. I got about 2,400 views on that on TikTok, which is quite good for me. I usually get around 1,000-ish, but if something does well, then it's like, hey, alright. And that was a commission, so I already have sold that. That's sort of just a good, like, hey, my skills have improved, that's nice. And I'll make a video of this too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I don't, like, use social media a whole lot. I mostly just, like, post on it for marketing purposes. Let me look at they really are just kind of attached up, really just like up here. Add. Oh, hey, Cammy. Come in. What stuff you stuff? Oh my gosh. Hi Stuffheimel, hi Cammy, hi Sparkraz. Yes, so hello. Y'all don't know me. I am Wiremouse. I use they them pronouns, and I am a needle felter who runs a store called Stabby Needle Studios. And if you guys need to like raid and run or anything, do any of that, go ahead. If you have art tax, I saw you were doing art, just let me know. But thank you for coming. And to answer your question, this cupcake tool, it's actually a cake tester that you just, put into a cake to see if it's done or not. But it also is very, very useful for poking holes. You can also use an awl, AWL, for that purpose, just any kind of thing that bores holes. But because it has like a, it's not sharp, but like a pointed tip, it can bore through the felted polyfill better than just like the flat wire could. It's very hard to just like force this wire through this material once it's felted, because it bends so easily. So that's why I do that. If others are gonna sell so hard, I hope so. I'm gonna do this while I'm here. Yeah, it's essentially, it's an awl, but then I also have other ones that are used for their intended purpose of being cake testers. Also, we're listening to Undertale music and not Silksong music because, I don't know. I felt like it. Well, really, a toothpick is more what you want. You want something that will not damage the structure of the cake or whatever it is, your brownies, whatever it is you're testing. So a butter knife will make a bigger incision into it, but you certainly can do that as well. All you need to do is make sure that it comes out clean or with a few small crumbs clinging to it, not wet. That's how you can tell if something is done. And if it's not done, you put it back in the oven. The cooking stream that I keep threatening to do will happen at some point, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm making this to see if I can make it efficiently. Yeah, now that there's a hole there, it's easier. Easier, still not easy. Sometimes I don't. There it goes, there it goes, there it goes. Artax! Okay. Do the cool thing that I can... No. Cool thing that I can do. Just starting and sometimes to clean charging ports. Yeah, gotta love a toothpick on a day. Interesting. Doing a lot of, like, studies. That's really good work. Great job on that, especially with, like, the shading and the proportions and everything. That's some of my, like, I really need to, like, if I'm gonna do art, I should, you know, do it properly, like that. Amiso art. People doing studies, it's like, yeah, now I could do that too. Put a little bit of glue so that it stays. And mouse sew needle, yes. Science, bio, evolution stuff to give me some art energy. That's a good idea. They always have their arms and legs are just kind of always down here. Attach all of those just sort of while we're doing it, and also so that the glue can all dry. Maybe while the glue is drying a little bit, I can get the rest of the wool like carded and combined. Trying to check if this is like more or less correct. This one I actually am going to put in along with it. That works. It's just one of those things that's like, it's very frustrating to have the wire not go all the way through. So I've tried to come up with ways to make it easier for myself. It is still not going all the way through though. Because it got straight across. There we go. That's about right. That, and then flatten it. Yeesh. Gotta run. No, I've had the Wire Mouse username for like 15 years. It's based on an art project that I did in high school. That was a wire sculpture of a mouse. Gotta run for now. Thank you for coming, Delulus. I know this is still Insane in the Rain, but it sounds like Louison a little bit. Was... Yeah, this is an album called Live at Grilby's, which is done by a really cool YouTube musician called Insane in the Rain Music. And he's also like a friend of Toby Fox, so he's done a number of things. For the Undertale 10th anniversary stream that was like a couple weeks ago, he wrote a different new version of Megalovania for that stream. It's like, you can bet there's a version of Megalovania on here. Yep. No, you can... He's done a lot of different like covers, and then he also does his own stuff. Yeah. Doesn't have to be exactly perfect, but you know. Okay, and now we want to do... farther out, I'd say. Hem. Yeah, like that. Trying to get it to come out in the right place. It's not exact science. I'm putting it on the other side. Little arms, full legs. Come on. There we go. The reason I put glue there is because, like, otherwise it moves around. You want it to be, like, secure. Like, a little glue will do, because you really don't want to get too much glue on the felt. It becomes hard to felt on top of it. Make these straight down so that they dry in the correct position. Nice. Okay, and now, put that over there. For wings, ears, question mark? Nobody knows. Truly nobody knows. Antenna? I don't know. Some of this, not like too much. Not convinced that it's not like a kind of ugly color, but I think it will be good in small. I think it adds a good sort of like color depth, but by itself I don't like it as much. So I think probably as much as I'll want to anyway. With that, want to add any of Yeah. A little darker, a little lighter. Try to mix this like relatively thoroughly. See if we need any more after that. Ready for the body. Mouth. Ears. I do want to... Not to make this too thick, but I do want to have a layer of the base. The layer of the base, one might call that a base layer. Okay. Just because I want them to still read as, like, being relatively flat. I also want them to have structure. Based layer. On what? I don't know. Okay, thanks for coming, Jade. I like bunny ears right now. want the little cat now. Not super easy to see on stream, I know, but that's what I'm doing. Don't bring out the hopes and dreams. Oh god. I was crying like a fucking baby watching the 10th anniversary stream. I'm like, I'm not immune to the end of the game. Ugh. Watching Mayfair Witches. Ooh. Have fun. Thank you for coming, though. Yeah, I'm trying to make a little Silksong flea. Using all of my intuition. Speaking of Louisong, hello Louisong. Yeah, Ash is probably sleeping right now, but he is always giving everyone a kiss from wherever he is. Oh, hi! Hi, Sir Stonewall. Thank you so much for the sub. It is, in fact, a little guy. It is a little child, a little flea of the forest. Yeah, I like how you also refer to, like, watching games, because I do a lot more of that than I do playing them, frankly. I know Barry played it. He had mixed opinions on it. And Jacob and Julia have also played it. Big stepper. Like, I want to jump to the covering this guy in fluff as much as anyone else. Happy Fuzzy Flea. Have a good time with the witches. We can't get to the exciting part until we've eaten our vegetables. This is what I do for really thin pieces. wrap the felt around it. Blue. Song feels very Animal Crossing. Oh, guy. I said a little guy, and the captions thought I said, oh god. Like, I mean, that's another emotion that I have sometimes, but not at this particular moment. In there. You can do it. Get in there. But, like... become covered in glue! Ugh, fine. Do it the messier way. The arms are kind of like... like...
Yay!
I don't know. Already looking so cute. Excuse me. Got ads coming up in about 3.5 minutes. Frankly, being this far at our first ad break is pretty good. I think we can zoom on this one. I have a hard time, like, I mean, well, I do as well as I can with timing stuff, but it's like, especially if I haven't made something before, like, I don't fucking know. Making my best guess at how long things will take. Flea! Hello, TurboSucks. Welcome in. Yes, we are working on a Little Silk Song Flea. He's coming along quite nicely so far. I need to felt down these legs a little bit more. Not quite staying as tightly wrapped as I want them to. Boyfriend was playing the game for himself before playing it for me and just told me, "To me, you're a flea." They are Buffy. They are indeed. Just be like, is this you? You legally have to tell me if this is you. Alcimi's a small Pomeranian. I'm not sure why, but I like Poms, so I'm not complaining. I like Pomeranians too. I just like small fluffy dogs. Got ads starting right about now. We'll simply be working on the flea until you get back. Very cute. Here's the best way to do this. Welcome back, everybody. Alert? Yeah. Thanks for coming. Go ahead and alert if you please. I said thanks for coming as though you're leaving. Not really when I'm not. You know what I mean. Oh, Evil Conqueror. Welcome in. You now have 13 Ash Kisses. Cover this enough. Oh no. Sometimes I don't know if I'm, like, being entertaining enough if I'm not talking all the time, but at least the music's there. Just kind of trying to cover the top part, because the bottom part will have more of the curly hair. Doubting my I think it definitely looks good with this purple. We'll do a little outline here. Oh, is this the whole one that's like a bazillion Spamton things? Yeah. Let's find more Louis-on albums.
Keep it quick, say it brief. Count your seconds and they'll catch the drift. Disparate parts, desperate hearts pull through a sieve. Hand me a chart so I know how to start to say this is all I can give. To summarize seems incomplete. How novel is a novel that can fit on one sheet? It seems that I'm destined to fail to compress myself to the size of a thumbnail. Keep it quick, say it brief. If it's fast, it will be a relief. Short on time, that's a gift. Count your seconds and they'll catch the drift. Na 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 na, they'll catch the drift. Na 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 na, they'll catch the drift. Na 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 na, they'll catch the drift. Na 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 na, they'll catch the. Don't like what's revealed here. When your depth of field's near, it's hard to come close. Chip stones from the boulder. Suddenly my voice.
Hi, Flute. Welcome in. Working on a little fleet. And I think that we're doing a pretty good job. So yeah, I kind of do a thing where I try to like bunch up the wool while I'm felting it in order to get kind of a curly look. Almost as if you're ruffling fabric. Also why we got so much of this, because I need a lot of it when it's all bunched up. Good to not be too hasty about this, as much as I like to be hasty about things. That it looks correct. But, you know, that's kind of the idea. Kind of only want to have a little bit of the wool at the time when you're doing this, because it gets very unwieldy if you have all of it just like poofing out everywhere. This'll be good. This'll be good. I want to cook this week. Because I have, like, for the first time in, like, checks notes, 3 months, I actually have a week that's relatively chill. I was watching Renee play Hades 2, That would look so cool felted. Dora, yeah. I do really want to make Melanoe. I've been wanting to make her since, like, the alpha came out. But that's definitely going to be, like, probably a special prize for a GDQ. If and when they do Hades 2. But Dora would also be very, very good. I am now felt pilled. Now you know my pain. Like, but that would be really good, though. Yeah, and I'm also considering making a Sherma from Silksong, and possibly using one of the like little handmade bells that I own. Even though it wouldn't look like Sherma's specific bell, it would still be cute, and you could ring it. The way that I make stuff, because this is a version of Felt Flea that a friend of mine made, or another person on a needle felting Discord server made. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna copy their homework, but the only part of their homework I copied was making this little like part of the cat mouth very 3D. I thought that made it extra cute. But I'm doing a different method of making like a curly bowl. What kind of cracks me up is that most of my stuff is very like, it's not very clean looking. Like it has a lot of like flyaway fibers. Just because I kind of like it better that way. I like it when it, like, the very clean look is also really good. It just also takes a lot longer, and I kind of think that it looks more like a mass market plush that way, and this looks more, it looks more handmade. If there's kind of a lot of, like, roughness to it, I suppose. I need to make more of this, actually. This is a combination of these three colors. Of this alpaca wool, a little bit of this darker one, and a little bit of this lighter one. But yeah, I have some handmade bells because a friend of mine, her daughter, like makes bells, and I've gotten a couple sort of gifted to me. Ooh, that would be cool, though. That's in the idea pile. Not exactly sure what I want to work on next. Because Hades, making a Hades thing would actually be better. Because it's more in the zeitgeist right now. Although Silksong is still in the zeitgeist as well. But a lot of really good games are coming out. And like, yeah, Dora would absolutely be great. I made a Zagreus a long time ago. But that was a whole big-ass project, and so Melanoa would also be. And by them being big-ass projects, they would be expensive. So if it's not being explicitly made for a GDQ prize, I don't know if it's, like, a great idea to just make it and hope somebody buys it when it will have to be, like, $180 or something. Well, this is a cover of, like, a real song, so maybe we go past that. Bug Puppo. Hi, Dark Sass. Welcome in. Little bug. Bug is coming along. Corinne Bailey Ray, who is the artist of Girl Put Your Records On, is somebody who my mom knows. She followed her music before Corinne Bailey Ray was cool. So fluffy! So very fluffy! Oh my goodness. Spindly ass legs coming out of there. Looks like will do irreparable harm to the flea med industry. I'm sure it'll be fine. I mean, you know, Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers exists, and I'm sure that the SEO is slightly affected by that. Flea is from the Red Hot Chili Peppers, right? I think. I hate when I have to say stuff off the cuff and don't have the opportunity to, like, Google check my work. Yeah, okay, cool. I hate being wrong. Well, I don't hate being wrong. I hate, accidentally saying stuff that's wrong. This has just become a giant fluff ball! Good. This just becomes so large. It became a little orb. Very cute. What we had, so let's make more. little bit of this. This. Wikipedia is in fact never incorrect. Well, I mean, these days, they don't tend to be. They have some people who are very, very, very devoted. Okay, that should be enough. You cover your little butt. Trying not to like get impatient and not add the like, you know, appropriate amount of volume. Autistic nerds and the intense need they feel to correct each other. Yeah, pretty much. But we're using it as a force for the good of mankind. Hi, Mal. Welcome in. Working on our little flea. Actually, almost done. He became so round. Died if he liked me. Got little posable legs, and posable arms, and posable ears. Simply a very large amount of fluff. Also, you can go Gently put him back into place. Gently. Wow. Wow. What a precious little thing I've made. How in the fuck am I supposed to use a stand for this thing? Like, should I make him a little car hang? Because they do just kind of like float and fly. Ow! Or does he just kind of sit? Maybe he just kind of sits. Does a little sit. Wow. Sometimes you make a thing and you're like, hold it in my hands. Also, and also, and also, and reshape him so delicately. Like a little scraggly. Yeah. Hold it gentle. And also squimsh him. Also, hi Darkbolt. Well, I hate to cut this short, but I am really tired. So I think we might be done. It's just very good. Gosh. Wow. Is Juno still going? That'd be really funny if I was like driving home, started my stream, ended my stream, and then came back to Juno. Juno is still going? Fantastic. I think we're gonna pull a prank on Juno. Grist with the puppy. Yeah, no, I also need to like, whenever I get art tax, I have to like really quickly like take a picture of it, because like I can't take a picture of it right now because my phone's up there. And like, I got it, and then like upload it and send it. But yeah, no. Hold and Grisp. Dirty. Be fine. He's always happy to see. You should ask Juno where London is? Well. Wow. Wow. That's how I look at my dog sometimes. I go, wow, you're so good. I'm just glad that you're here, you know? It's just good sometimes. All right. Okay. We're gonna raid Juno. If you want a raid message, you can say Grist with a puppy. Or hold gentle. Hold Flee gentle like hamburger. Okay, thank you all for coming. Sorry for such a short stream. But I'm just like, hooray. I made a little guy. It's just really good that this thing exists. This is why I like needle felting, is because I made a thing exist that didn't exist before. It only existed in Silksong, and now I can hold it in my hands. And you too! If you want one, it will cost whatever I decide to make it cost. And you too can also have one. And just have a little guy that goes, ow! Little guy achieve rest gained. Yes. Okay. I will see you all on Wednesday.